Hi, my name is Jen Birchfield, Health and Leadership Coach and Somatic Integration Specialist. So what are somatics? Somatics are the psychology of the body. It is the process through which we can recognize emotions living within the body and the process through which we can release emotions through the body. Being embodied is so important because we can move ourselves from a state of overwhelm and stress into a state of being calm, being centered, and being able to move through a stress response and into a embodied receiving response, a place from which we can make better decisions when our nervous system has gone into a state of overwhelm. One of the best and most effective ways to do this is through shaking. And so if we look into nature, we see how, if a gazelle is chased by a lion, the first thing it does when it escapes is it goes off by itself and it shakes. The whole body shakes. Or if you've had a leash on your dog and you take the leash off, the first thing your dog does is shake its whole body. So the process of shaking is by design, a way that our nervous system can very quickly integrate and come back into itself, reorient itself and center itself so that you are again leading from an embodied place and not from a stress response. So I'm going to lead you through a shaking practice. It's pretty simple. We're going to break it down a little bit, but you can do this in about a minute at any time that you're changing routines, going from, let's say a call and into a meeting. If you're in the helping profession, going in to see a client, or if just something has overwhelmed you and you don't want to have a negative response to your family or friends, go away, take a minute to shake and come back. So we'll start with the arms. So just sort of lean to the side and let the arm dangle and begin to allow it to really just drop. And you'll feel the vibration coming all the way from the shoulder down through the elbow. And you'll feel a lot of blood coming into the wrists and the fingers. And we're just really letting the fingers collapse together, letting the vibration happen throughout the whole body. And then we can even make the hand go from side to side. See, I'm doing this motion. And the shake can move all the way up the arm. So we originated from dangling from down at the shoulder down, and now we're moving the shaking up the arm. And then we can sort of pass it to the other side. And shake. And the faster you go, you'll start to feel a little bit of a buzz in your tissues. It's really delightful. And now both arms can shake. And we can sort of pass that to the middle of the body and let the middle of the body shake. And sometimes I find it easy to let my arms do this motion. It's just sort of a natural as the middle of the body moves. And you'll hear that my breath gets a little shaky and my voice gets a little shaky as I let my body wiggle. And you want to you can shimmy a little bit and let your shoulder blades fall down your back. And you can wave your hands from side to side. And sometimes it's nice to incorporate this with a ringing around the body. So I might shake my hands as I go, and that gets a lot of synovial fluid moving through the spine. Let the head follow. It's already starting to feel good. And then you might want to take your arm onto something stable, or if you're like me, you can stand on one foot, but you can begin to shake out the legs. And you want it to be like, I call it Jello on a stick, where the tissue just can kind of fall away from the bone. You've seen your animals do that kind of thing too. with a chair. It might look like this, which is fine. It's good to have stability. We don't want the nervous system to feel unstable when we're doing this. So it's fine to reach and hold on to something. And now that I've shaken out both legs, I'm going to integrate all of this and let the whole body go. Let the head go. Let the cheeks go. And then begin to let yourself drop into a forward fold if it's available to your body. And dangle the arms, knees bending right and left, shaking. Down and up, down and up. Woo. Full deep breath in and a sigh breath out. And you know, anything that feels good is good. So allow the body to lead. You know, you might like to shake within a smaller range, and that's okay too. And you might not be used to moving your hips, so you might just gyrate your hips. Anything is good as long as you are moving. So I want to invite you to experiment with this practice, to allow it to be something that evolves naturally out of the space of desire. Experiment with just one arm. Maybe when you're at your desk, just doing this. Just doing this. No, I don't want to go into a meeting with my boss, or yes, I do. And just see how it feels. Be playful, be experimental, enjoy the shaking practice and see what comes of it. And when you do, please let me know. Again, my name is Jen. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial, and I wish you happy shaking.